But aren't you tired yet of doing it manually at the end of the day? Yes. Hello everyone, I'm Fabio Portasan for Hinelson Academy, and today I received this beautiful big box. Inside there's an item that comes from a simple idea, and that idea is it possible to make things easier on a boat? Let's just say that the first prototypes were actually a bit funny because they were huge, but today the proportions are much more reasonable. We're talking about Ewincher, which is a winch handle but electric. Ewincher is produced by the French company of the same name, Ewincher, founded in 2016. The idea is Paul Raboud's. Okay, what do we find in the package? We have the main handle unit, along with its rechargeable battery pack, and its adjustable wrist strap. It is about 30 centimeters long. The weight is approximately 2.2 kilos. We have his pocket. Voila! Here we have the Velcro to secure it, because this is secured with Velcro. And always in its box, we have the base to be able to charge the handle. You see, here you place the battery, and here you insert its charging cable. We have the charger for 220 volts, and here we have the charger, but for 12 volts. You can see there are its two terminals to connect to your electrical system, and here we have the cable, which, just like the 220, always needs to be plugged in here. It's manual. The first thing I noticed about this handle is the weight, which I read is about 2.2 kilograms. Over time, it's not exactly super light, but it definitely feels solid and really gives the impression of being a tough tool. And anyway, once it's locked onto the winch, you don't feel the weight at all. Keep in mind that we're talking about a motor, a battery, and all the electronics needed to move the sails. To the touch, the materials it's made from don't feel like a gadget at all, but rather like professional equipment. In short, it's just like a classic handle, only bigger. It works exactly like any manual handle, because it fits any standard winch and has 3 modes of use: electric, manual, and combined. We won't get too technical, but for those of us who are more into the details, this handle delivers a torque of 90 Newton meters, which basically means it's more powerful than a young and strong crew member. And what about the battery? It takes an hour and a half to recharge, and it lasts all day. Ewincher also has its own dedicated app. With the app, you can monitor the battery, the overall status, as well as the rotation speed and pulling force. Now let's try raising the mainsail. We press the lock, insert it, release, and you hear a click. We have selected the rotation direction. When the blue light is on, you have engaged the winch's low gear, so that's when it operates with more power. See? Simply by pressing down on the button located right above, in less than a second, the light will switch over to a green color, and you've successfully selected the speed mode. Even the force needed to hold it steady isn't excessive, it's quite manageable. Interestingly, the button is progressive, so it's not binary, giving you precise control over the maneuver. I would say it's truly very easy to handle. Okay, now we can also try a different mode, a combined one, which is very fast, an intermediate mode between manual and electric, right? Or we can switch over to the manual mode as if it were a perfectly standard handle. We lock it and turn it. It wasn't originally designed for this, but it can do it. I would say it works well. Let's do a couple of quick comparisons. Compared to a traditional handle, the Ewincher costs more and weighs more, but in practice, you no longer get tired and you can definitely have a lot more fun. Compared to an electric winch, you don't need to install it and you can use it on any winch, which I think is a great advantage, even from an economic standpoint. It can work well on boats up to, let's say, 54 feet. On larger boats, it definitely helps, but it can't fully replace a large electric winch. So in the end, it's simple. Ewincher is not just a regular handle because it can replace an electric winch, obviously up to a certain size, as we've already mentioned. If you want to reduce effort without having to install anything or modify your boat, it really makes sense. It doesn't change the way you sail because the feel of the maneuver stays the same. And as mentioned, it's not you who gets tired, but the device. I'll finish with the question we're all asking. If I need to send someone up the mast, can Ewincher handle it? The answer is yes. See you at the next unboxing, and fair winds. Not too little, not too much, but just right.